Hello, this is Dr. Kamani, licensed clinical psychologist, and you are here for I Am Not Quitting, I Am Walking Away, Black Women in Toxic Jobs. So I wanted to come on, I'm just going to do a series of brief videos, and I really envision these videos as really thinking about, when we leave a toxic job, it's a process. And so wherever you are in the process, I'm here to support you, okay? So if you are at the initial stage of, I cannot stand this job, these people are making me sick, I'm about to go off, these videos are for you too, okay? Because part of leaving, well, the first step of leaving is recognizing that there's a problem and that you deserve better and there's options, okay? So I'm just going to do some short videos just so you can hear some of the processes that I went through and that, I encourage you to go through as well. If you are thinking about leaving a toxic job, so I'm not trying to convince you, you already got the thought, okay? So if you're watching this video, you probably already have the thought that you really don't like your job and you really want to leave, okay? So the biggest part of leaving is getting over that mind frame that you might have in terms of the fear. And another thing is sometimes we get locked into this perception that if we leave a toxic job, then we're a quitter or there's something wrong with us or that we allow people to run us out of a situation. Okay. And I just want to just encourage us to just rethink about that. Okay. So they're running you out of what? Okay. So they're actually doing you a favor, honestly. Okay. So these people and what they are doing can actually be helping you live a better life once you leave. Okay. But when we get stuck into this perception that no, I'm not a quitter, you're not gonna punk me, I'm not weak, I'm gonna fight you, all this other stuff, you are the loser in that. You will lose, okay? You will lose peace of mind, you will lose time off your life, you will lose in terms of your quality of life. So all these different things, okay? So I encourage you or I invite you to think about it in this way that it's like a bad relationship. Okay. So I've done a video about how a toxic job can be like a bad relationship. Okay. So for real. So think about it like this. So your job, you're quitting a bad relationship that's harming you. Okay. That is what you're quitting if you want to use the word quitting. Okay. But you are taking your power back. So when we're in a toxic job and we, are micromanaged, we're disrespected, we are trying to make things work and we're trying this and we're talking to this person and we're trying to have meetings and all this kind of stuff, right? We're giving our power away when we do that. Okay. So I am inviting all of us when we're in a situation, a job is toxic, we recognize this job is harming us, we can't stand going, we dread waking up. You know all the signs, okay? You might have your own set of signs, okay? I know I had my own set of signs, okay? And I had to work in therapy through not only the fear, but also that perception that I was giving up on something, that I was giving up on the work that I believed in. And I had to think, well, maybe I'm not doing the work there, but I surely can do the work somewhere else, and I could do it at a higher level without being terrorized, basically. Okay. So I want you to think of it in that way that you are not quitting in terms of you're quitting your like no, you're not losing anything, you're gaining something, you're gaining your sanity, you're gaining your peace of mind, you're gaining your self-respect, you're gaining your power. Okay. So when you say I'm done, it's like I'm done with this nonsense, like all of this stuff. Think about all the energy that you put into that toxic job, that you even put into being able to even show up at the job. Okay. I'm not even thinking about actually doing the job. Okay. I'm talking about the energy that it takes you to even get yourself in the right frame of mind to even be there. Okay. And to mask all day when you are miserable. Okay. Somebody might say, hey, how you doing, girl? Da, da, da. And you just want to scream out how you really feel. Okay. Somebody might say something at your job, like somebody that you don't like, or maybe the workplace bully says something, and you have to fight yourself from saying something that is out of character for you. Okay. So when you start becoming like a different person, or you're just like dreading every moment of it, I want you to think about that. Why would you want to maintain that? Why would you want to stay with that? Okay. Just like a bad relationship. Why would you want to stay in that? So again, you're not quitting in the so-called classic sense of quitting. You are choosing to walk away. You are taking your power back and you are walking away. Okay. So as you are starting to walk away, I just want to give you some tips. Number one, as you're starting to walk away, it's important for you to get as much support as you can for yourself. Okay. So, not at work, not with your work buddies, okay? Not, no. Therapy is a good place for you to start processing and challenging those false thoughts or those false narratives that you have about that you're a quitter if you leave, okay? So therapy might be a really good option for you. Now, something else in terms of what are you walking to? Okay. So you're leaving the trash behind, right? You're leaving the trash, the toxic job behind, and you are pivoting to something better. So when you think about walking away, what are you walking to? So you're walking to other opportunities, but the opportunities generally don't just fall out the sky out of nowhere. Okay. Now, I do want to say this though, when you release a toxic job and you start walking more in terms of the work that you really want to do in an environment that you're respected, no matter where that environment is, things will start coming to you, more opportunities that you never could have envisioned. Okay. But you also need to pivot and put the work in terms of making a plan for yourself to pivot to something else. I'm not telling anybody just everything's gonna be great. Just girl, just leave and everything gonna be okay. You just, everything will just fall into place. No, okay. What I'm saying is that when you think about walking towards something, you're walking towards something based upon your exit plan. So hopefully you've already started your exit plan, or if you haven't started your exit plan, you can start it today. Okay. So exit planning is, a process in which you start thinking about, okay, so what are the priorities in terms of what I need to do first in terms of getting out the toxic job? So for many of us, finances is the first thing, right? So am I going to be able to pay my bills? Okay. So the first thing may be to look at all your bills, all your expenses, look at your income, look at your savings, and start working on a budget for yourself as you're transitioning out. Okay. So, because I hear this so often, and because I know that was an issue for me, I am going to have a master class with a financial psychologist who actually helped me. So, a Black woman financial psychologist. I'm going to have a master class with her about how to get your money ready so you can go. Okay. So that'll be coming up soon. But when you think about the money stuff, that's usually the first priority. The second priority is, well, what am I going to do to replace my income? Okay. So with that, I strongly suggest that you look into getting a business coach. Okay. So get a business coach in your field or the field that you're trying to pivot to, someone who has a track record of being successful. So they know really where you're trying to go and they can really help you. Okay. Don't go to just anybody who's like, oh, I can help you. Just give me 2,000. No, don't. Make sure you do your research. Preferably if you can find like a referral, like if you know somebody who's worked with someone else and ask them about their experiences. And I'll also put in the description section the Black Women's Coaches Directory. So Emery Archer, the anti-HR lady, has the Black Women's Coaches Directory. So that's the second thing. Okay. So again, I'm inviting you to challenge that perception, that false narrative that you are quitting something. You are walking away from what? Okay, so you're walking away from toxicity, you're walking away from dread, you're walking away from having a quality of life that doesn't make you happy at all. Okay, so you're walking away from that. Okay, and you're walking toward a different life. Walking towards a different life involves work, but it's work in terms of you moving in that direction that you want for yourself, okay? So just want to share that with you. As I mentioned before, my videos are really just to help you and to support you and to share with you about my own healing journey, the healing journeys of other Black women, so that you know that you can leave a toxic job and you know that you're not alone. In fact, I had two consultation calls today, and I asked, tell me about a toxic job. And they laughed because there's been so many toxic jobs. And they've said, in many of my consultation calls, I've never met a Black woman who has not had a toxic job, which is very disturbing, but you know you're not alone, okay? So again, these videos might be an opportunity for you to start processing and starting getting your mind right so that you can start taking those steps in terms of what you're walking to, okay? You're walking to a better life, okay? So I'm signing off. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do so. Lifting as we climb consulting wellness services. So again, I'm reaching for you. And as I am healing, as I'm moving forward, I'm trying to lift you up too. Okay. So be open to the support that people are trying to give you, including myself. Okay. So I will have resources available for you in the description section of this video. Also, give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube knows how to suggest this video to other Black women. Okay. So help another sister out too, as you are helping yourself, as I'm helping you. Help another sister out. Share this video with her and give her words of support too if you know of another Black woman who is in a toxic job, okay? So remember, sis, you're not quitting in the negative sense. You are walking towards a better life, okay? Okay, take care. Bye-bye.